Hi, this is Thomas from Sparksight, where we make video easy. Today, I'm going to show you how to make open and closed captions in Premiere and how to export them. Open captions are captions baked in or embedded into your video that cannot be toggled on or off. It's easy to think about them as being text superglued onto an image. Closed captions are captions that can be toggled on or off and are supported by most media players like YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, etc. So now I'm going to show you how to put closed captions into Premiere. So to start making captions, you're going to go to File, New, Captions. Or what you can also do is you can go down here into the new item and click on Captions. Either way works, and it's going to bring up this New Captions tab. And from here you can select the standard, the stream, and the time base. If you click under standard, you get a bunch of different options, including open captions, but we'll get to that later. So we're going to go ahead and select 608, and everything else can stay the same, or hit OK. And now it's going to create a new item in our project window. So now what we can do is we can drag this over onto our timeline, extend it, and you're probably like, where's our captions? I don't see them. Well, if you double click here, we can type something in, and it's not showing up. And that's because you have to click on this wrench icon over here, scroll down to Closed Caption Display, and hit Enable. And now we can see our captions. But if you still can't see your captions, go back to the wrench, go to Closed Caption Display, and go to Settings, and choose the same settings that you did when you were creating the new captions item. In our case, it is 608. That's the same, that's why they're showing up. But if this was set to something different, they wouldn't show up. So just remember to go back, and if they're still not showing up, select the standard and maybe stream 2 if that's also set to something different. So when you double click this, it's going to open up this Captions tab where you have a bunch of different options, including choosing the animation type for your captions to transition from one to another. You have left, center, and right alignments. You can also make your captions italicized, you can underline them, and you can even add a little music key or a music note to indicate like a song, a sound effect, or whatever. You can also change the background and the text color. So you can select this little square right here to change the background color, and then just pick a color. I'm going to pick this really ugly magenta, and then click the text, and you can do something like this. But that looks really ugly, so I'm just going to go back to black. This little grid is where you can position your captions if you want them at the top of the screen, center of the screen, bottom of the screen. So you can also add more caption blocks. As you can see in the timeline, we just added 3 more, and you can also use the minus button to delete these 2. So we're just gonna go ahead and stick with 2 for now. And I'm just gonna go ahead and type something. So as you can see, these little left and right gates over here is how you can control the duration of the captions. It's helpful to expand the waveform of your audio so you can kind of see where some of the words or sentences start to line up. And this will help you when you're adjusting the length and duration of your individual caption blocks, and it'll just help you line it up more easily. So I already made a mark right here where I want the sentence to break.
Here at Sparksight, we use Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects to do our video editing.
And if I had actually typed something into this section caption block, you would see that it changed right when he said it. When you have one caption selected and you go ahead and make a change like, let's say text color, you notice that it didn't change this guy over here, the second one. So in order to do that, you have to select both, or if I had more captions, you have to select all of them and change them like that. So now if we go back, we have the same formatting for all of our captions, and it's uniform across the board. So to export your captions, you go back to your project window, make sure that you have the captions item selected, and you can go to File, Export, Captions, and it's gonna bring up this little window here. And you wanna keep this SRT or subrip subtitle format the same, and then hit OK, and it's gonna bring up where do you wanna save it. We're gonna go ahead and select the desktop, and we're just gonna save it. As you can see, when we open this SRT file up, all it is a notepad with text, timing, and the words. And that's important because when you upload it into media players like YouTube or Facebook or Vimeo, it's gonna read that, and that's how it interprets your captions and uploads it into your video, so you can toggle it on or off. So that's pretty much it for closed captions. Now I'm gonna walk you through open captions. So to do open captions, it's more or less the same as we did with closed captions. We're gonna go ahead and go to File, New, Captions, or you can go to the new item in your project panel and then go ahead and click Captions. So we're gonna go ahead and select Open Captions and then hit OK. And now it's gonna create a new item in our project window again, and we're just gonna drag it on, we're gonna extend it, and when we double click here, we can now see we have more options to mess around with. We now have the font that we can change. We can now change the weight of the font too. You can change the size. You can change edging, line spacing. You can even add a edge color too. So we're gonna go ahead and change that to red. Yeah, so these are some pretty goofy looking open captions. And yeah, you can just play with it and make it your own. Everything's pretty much the same except for when you export. When we wanna export, we're gonna go ahead and set our in and out point for our video. We're gonna go ahead and select File, Export, Media, and make sure all this stuff is the same. I think I have it set to desktop. And under Captions, when you're doing open captions, you are going to go ahead and select the option to burn the captions into the video. And then go ahead and hit Export.
Here at Sparksight, we use Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects to do our video editing and animation.
As you can see, the captions, if I had to actually put in any time to customize them, it would say what he's saying. But yeah, the captions are burned into our video. And when we upload them into YouTube, these can't be taken off because they're super glued onto the image. Well, that's gonna be it for our quick guide on open and closed captions in Premiere. We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And for more on how to make video easy, subscribe for more content.